Have you ever thought that the way that you interact with your current devices is very flat and the internet isn't very interactive, it's very utilitarian? Spatial software changes how we interact with our devices in the online world. Number one, let's first cover about how our software is really plain and it's just merely exchanging information. I want to protect the identity of this conversation. But look how weird it is that we message each other with stuff that's just stacked on top instead of disappearing messages. Or just seeing our own message pop up. Currently, things work, but they're not scratching our exact itch for human need and connection. So how can you use spatial software for social interaction instead? Let's first talk about how spatial software is better. Number one, it's easier to use. Number two, it's more expressive and more natural. Number three, you can actually feel the presence of other people that we're interacting with. So in Muse, you can have multiple people on your phone and you guys can all put photos on this canvas and expand and get closer and add comments everywhere. It's a lot like a group conversation because anyone and everyone can talk at any time and it's not ranked in order of who's talking and when. Muse is the social chat version of Figma, which is actually much more for professional use, but you can design whole worlds in there and you can, sorry I'm coughing, comedic effect. But basically you can create your own kind of world in Figma. You can have multiple people working on different stuff and you can just hover over and go to their space and see what's up. Like, imagine if it was like a video chat where everyone's head was like my head, but there were about like 15 other people here and we're all working on our little project on our actual laptop and we can screen share or whatever. That's way more interactive than our current gallery view of video software. So let's talk about Gather.town, which was previously known as Online Town. I actually had hosted my first crypto TikToker meetup on Gather.town and it was super cute because we could all break out into different rooms and talk to each other and we'd hear each other once we're getting like closer. Like if I was closer to this guy here, then we would be talking and then it would be more quiet over here. If I headed this way, I wouldn't be able to have the conversation here. And that's way more like the real world, because you don't hear everyone at the same equal volume all the time like you do in normal video conferencing software. Another super cool spatial software is Nototo. I had actually reached out to them because I wanted to get access to their software, because what's really cool is like you can create your own little world in this software, and then in this world you can create like smaller monuments or something and write notes pertaining to that and like go deeper and deeper. So in a way you're like exploring this world of information instead of just having it handed to you in a listener article. They have since rebranded to be an enterprise product note-taking app, but you gotta pay the bills, man. I wanted to use this to build a metaverse for my own